Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Well, in this episode we're going to do some FPV flying with a drone that came out last year. I flew it last year. It's called the Emax Pro. The reason I'm flying it again this year is because I purchased the adapter or the little case here to put a GoPro on it, because last year when I flew this, it was so fast you could only see out this camera and that's all I could show you, and it was so fast, probably one of the fastest drones I've ever flown, that I thought, man, if I could get a GoPro on here, it should be pretty cool. So the odds of me crashing and destroying this mount with the GoPro in it are probably pretty good, because this thing is so fast. It's not really designed for a GoPro mount, even though they offer one. Not too many people have purchased them, so if you're watching this video and you're wondering about getting one, you're going to see the results right here. Now, besides the GoPro, it also has to carry the battery. I have a 4S battery I'm going to fly it on. It can fly on a 6S, but that's a larger battery and much more weight. So I thought, by putting the GoPro on, you know, the GoPro is pretty heavy, I'll just use a 4S battery and see what we get. So let's go fly this. Oh, in case you're wondering why I'm wearing a hat, is because I was out yesterday and I burnt my forehead. You probably can't see it with the sun here, but my skin is always really white and the sun does not like me, so I gotta wear a hat or else my wife is gonna kill me. All right, let's go fly. All right, first things first, let's put the GoPro in the mount. The GoPro's in the mount, that's what we're left with. A bit of weight on top to throw the balance off, so I'll have to control that. Now, if you're new to the world of FPV, in order for me to fly this here quad, I have to put a receiver in the back. So mine came with a receiver, that's so it can talk to the radio and accept all the controls. And the receiver in this one is an XM Plus receiver, so I'm gonna use a radio that's compatible with that receiver, which in this case is my QX7. All right, I'm gonna put a 4-cell 1300 milliamp battery on the bottom, strap it in as tight as I can get it. So there we go, it's all set up. And there is no GPS or any sensors in here other than a balance thing to know if it's upright or not. And that's pretty much it. Next, I take my fat sharks because I have to see where I'm flying. By pressing this button, it should find the channel. I should have a video signal in my little goggles. All right, we're almost ready to fly, except I don't know if you can see it. Maybe if I take my hat off. You can see the wind. It's kind of windy and breezy. I don't know if my hair is blowing around, whatever hair I have. And if you ever fly an FPV quad or drone in the wind, well, the wind takes the quad, so I have to compensate for that when I'm flying in acro mode. Makes it a little harder to fly, but you get used to it. All right, we're all set to go. I've got my quad down there. I'm gonna go sit up here. I think there's a bird's nest under me because I have a bird behind me squawking away, trying to make me go that way. So if a bird comes flying over and whacks me in the head, I'll know why. And also, if I didn't mention it, all along this field, there's metal posts everywhere because they want people not to play soccer or sports on the field. So I have to not fly low and avoid it. Man, I have everything going wrong. A killer bird, metal post, the wind, a huge GoPro on a little drone. This is gonna be weird. Here we go. First, let's put in acro mode. Acro mode. And arm it. Armed. And here we go. Oh yeah, this is super powerful. Look at this. See those metal posts down there? Gotta watch for those. Right there in the field, let's go down the center. Well, this thing is super fast. There I am down there. It has lots of power to lift the GoPro. I'm going against the wind. You could probably hear it blowing, but man, this thing's got no problem. Whoa! Pay attention to where I'm flying here. How fast that is. Whoa! That is crazy fast. Let's take her up. I'm going against the wind. Nice slow turn. Nice. And now going with the wind, nice slow turn. There we go, nice. This is definitely more of a race quad, I would say. It's very fast. You can do some cool things with it, but if you want to fly fast and impress your friends and get some cool video going at high speed, then this is the one to have. And with the GoPro on it, it should look pretty cool because it should look really nice and smooth. Let's come back, watch these metal posts, come on down. Let's go in and out the trees, go down low. I hit that tree, did you hear it? That tree whacked. Hopefully nothing but fly off. Let's try this one. Whoa, didn't hit that one. Missed the metal post. All right, I gotta bring it down because we're getting low on battery power. This thing really uses a lot of power, fast. So I've got a setting on here on my horizon mode. Oh, I turned off the motor. All right, so as luck would have it, I accidentally turned off the arming. So in other words, I turned the motors off in midair when I was coming to put it in horizon mode because I flicked the wrong switch. This is what happens. This is what happens. I have too many radios, and and in each radio, my buttons are all over the place, so I hit the wrong button. So I hit the arm switch, it fell out of the sky, and guess what? My GoPro came off, it broke off, so I'll have to fix that. And the little antenna on the back, the little shorty antenna that was included, I broke that. Now, in the FPV hobby, you always got to come prepared with tools and kits and replacements, and I think I have some replacements. I'm going to go check that out now. And here we go, all fixed. I just put a zip tie through the plastic and through here. So a zip tie is holding this on, vice bolts, which is no problem. It's on pretty secure. The antenna, I have a pile of antennas, so I'm going to use a different one right here, just a little shorty, and screw that on. So if you're in the FPV hobby, you really have to know how to fix these things and have a lot of spare parts. I'm surprised I didn't break a blade. These blades seem pretty good, so that's pretty decent, but I have tons of spare blades. All right, let's put the GoPro back in here, go for one last flight, and that's it. I'm gonna go into supersonic speed. There we go, now I'm whipping around, here we go, full blast. Against the wind, with the wind. If I crash now, pieces are going flying everywhere. Just listen to that howl. Look at how much ground I can cover so fast, and I can spin on a dime. So let's get it back under control, come down close to me. There I am over there. See if I can spin around me. Go to the front, come around the back. I'll try to get between me and the camera. All right, time out. I'm cutting into this video because I'm going to show you a speed test. This here GoPro, the GoPro Hero 7, just like the 5, 6, 7, and 8, they have a GPS built in, so I can actually clock the speed of this drone. So what you're going to see next is me going as fast as I possibly can with this here GoPro on it, and you're going to see the speed. It's pretty fast. Here we go. So Mr. Hawk Pro, you did really well. I was really impressed that you could handle the weight of the GoPro on the top and the battery on the bottom, and it had no problems. It flew crazy fast. Now, if you're a beginner watching this, you're probably saying, there's no way I can fly this thing. But if you put a 3S battery, I've got a 4S on here. If you put a 3S battery on here and fly it in horizon mode, you could fly this, no problem. You could learn how to fly on this thing if you wanted to. It has really cool motors that in the evening, if you're flying it, you'll see the motors glow. The more power you give it, the more the motors glow. If you haven't seen that before, just watch my initial review of this thing. I reviewed it way back in fall of the year 2019. And that's a funny review to watch because everybody that was standing around watching me fly this thing, they all thought I was going to crash it because they knew how fast it was. And you just watch their heads going back and forth like this, like at a tennis match, because this thing here is incredibly fast. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a link below to that video so you can see the full review on this and see what you think. Then I'll put a link below to, well, the Hawk Pro. You can find it on the Emax website. It's not super expensive. They do make one that's less powerful called the Hawk Pro S. That's a little bit less powerful than this one. So this is the big daddy one. And the last thing I'll put a link to is this here bracket for your GoPro. So if you have this drone already and you don't have the bracket, I'll put a link to that below as well. So if you enjoyed this video, I hope you did, please give it a thumbs up. My hat served me well, no sunburns happening there, so I am gonna head back in and go have something cool to drink. Catch you in the next video. Take care. So the squawking bird is right there. He's sitting on the ground squawking away. You probably can't hear him right now. And the nest is right under the bleachers where I have this camera. So I guess the best thing for me to do is to leave and go home and let the bird get back to the nest. All right, see you guys later.